You worked out with pros before. Who has the best work ethic that you saw?
Shay, Spencer, Tyreek, Evan. Honestly, bro, if I'm gonna keep it a buck, all the pros I've been around pretty much take their shit serious.
Top 5 players in LA.
Drew Holiday. I'm gonna put Barron in there for sure. Gotta say Russ.
Is Drew Holiday a Hall of Famer?
I feel like there's people in the Hall of Fame that have done less than he has. It could be debatable for people right now. If Drew gets one more, definitely.
Is Russell Westbrook a Hall of Famer?
Russ is definitely Hall of Famer.
But you know what it is? He's a Hall of Famer because of the triple-double years.
100%.
Without them, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer out there, bro. Welcome back to another interview on Score Society TV. Before we start, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share so we can continue to boost this channel as well as get great guests. Today is nothing short of that. We got a hip-hop R&B artist. You've heard his songs on Swagger, The Book of Power. Please welcome Kahlil Simplis, my guy. Welcome back for the second time, but a new show,
man. Hell yeah,
man, good. Thanks for always want to appreciate you for coming through, and
vice versa, bro.
And you don't make it hard for me to reach you.
Yeah.
So that's love.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm a big fan of your work.
Thank you.
And I definitely been on your page and saw your new. I don't know if it's a new track, but it's called Focus on Yourself.
Yeah. That's off I just dropped a project recently called Los Angeles, so that song's from that project. Yeah.
What inspired that song though?
Just the things I was going through, man, honestly. Like that whole project is just I feel like, it's a culmination of just where my mind has been at with where the world has been at, bro. Cause for me, I try to move, we was talking about last time, I try to move in purpose. So for me, I had to sit back and really analyze where the industry was going, where people's minds are going, because I feel like it's just constant shifts right now going on, you know? So I was like, man, let me just get this off my chest, and I had some songs sitting, and I'm like, let me put this project out because too, I was going around to certain family members I haven't seen in a while and other people, and just I didn't realize that people's perception of me is based off literally Instagram and unfortunately Instagram and what I put out in my music, you know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's a whole different ballgame. I'm making music intentionally to get to get certain ears on it, but that was big for my perception. So I was like, let me put out something to remind at least my close family members, my mom and all these other people that I can still talk about, that's what I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I want to drop multiple projects this year, so I was like, let me start off with that so I can get that off my chest, you know what I'm saying?
Since you've been focusing on yourself, you know what I mean, moving with more purpose, have you seen any benefits? And if so, what kind of benefits you seen from this focus on yourself?
Man, clarity, bro. Cause I remember last time I was here, I was kind of going through a tail end of a breakup type shit. So I've been living by myself for almost a year now, you know what I'm saying, for the first time. So I really had to,
we gonna get to it.
Yeah. I definitely had to focus on myself. So just going through that, because I was over for 7 years, all my 20s. So for me, it's really just finding myself again, getting back in a routine. And man, the benefits have been amazing, man. Because I've really been locked into office, celibate, all types of shit. I've really just been focused in. So for me, mental clarity, man. I'm losing weight, you know what I'm saying? I feel better. I feel like my energy's higher naturally because I don't really, take energy stuff like that. But yeah, bro, I just feel clearer.
And so how's the bachelor life treat you? You said you celibate right now?
Yeah, it was. I wilded out at first, you know what I'm saying? You got to go through that phase. You got to wild out, So I had my fun, but then I just, you realize it's time to lock in, you know what I'm saying? Women are always gonna be there. And really, it's a distraction for me, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's a distraction for most.
Yeah, so for me, I'm that's my main distraction is probably talking to girls and stuff. And I don't really all the time, but I utilize it as a distraction. So I was like, let me cut that shit out first, cut sex out for let me all that shit, because it's just for me right now, it's meaningless, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even mentally there to be, intimate with somebody. So it's just
That's dope though, you find that out at a young age though. You know what I mean? You young, so I don't think I know I didn't have that type of discipline to cut that off. So, I think that's what, the whole brand, Score Society, being elite-minded, I think being elite-minded, you got to have that discipline when it comes to building and, you could have used that breakup to wild out. You could, like you said, people got the perception of you from Instagram.
Yeah.
You could use that Instagram popularity to continue the chaos.
Just bro. Just make it. Just just give into that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. For me, I'm like, man, let me. Cause I really got shit to do, man. I'm feeling my age. I'm like, I got goals to hit. Like, women are gonna be there when I make it. So I'm like, let me see what this will give myself. Just cutting out certain things.
So how long you been on a journey as an artist?
It's gonna be my taking it serious, like my 8th year.
8th year, and you found success. We talked about this before, like being on the soundtrack of Swagger, as well as the Book of Power, right? And again, like I was on your Instagram page, and you said something. I hope I don't butcher your lyrics.
No, it's all good.
But you said something. You used to hit Vegas on summer days and passing out flyers at Vegas and Dre's.
Bro, yeah, that's real.
It used to move like you was rich but had nothing in your bank account.
Yeah.
Talk about that. That's. I think we all been through that. Like we got to go and dream and we moving and shit. When I started my basketball business, like my program, I was passing out flyers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So talk about that, where you was passing the flyers out and what kept you motivated to continue on by when people wasn't clicking to it.
For the flyers part, man, I really honestly I got that shit from my pops, like, cause that's what he used to do when we were kids. Like, he used to have us, cause he was in Palisades training. Like, he was like, yo, go pass out flyers on the cars real quick. So me and and we're young, so we're going like, okay, dad, you know what I mean? Like, so passing out flyers, but I realized that it worked. You know what I'm saying? So I think that example is good. So I'm like, with the music, I can do the same thing. So there's this bridge right under Dre's that crosses over, Vegas Boulevard. Yep. So I designed this like 6-foot poster of myself with my information on the QR code, stood it up, brought this big ass speaker. I was playing my music and just like, and hella people. It was middle of summer, so I'm like, hella people walking by. I'm like, you don't know what country from. I'm just passing them out. That's it, just slanging themselves for like 4 hours in the hot ass sun. I'm just doing that shit days on days. You know what I'm saying? Then going to downtown to Fremont Street, doing the same shit at nighttime. You know what I'm saying?
So how many days you was doing that?
Shit, there was a point where every time I went to Vegas, I did it.
Really?
Yeah, like I would do that and then have my fun, and do that and then have my fun, because I was out there for a reason. I'm putting flyers up. It got so bad, dog, but I had like these flyer stickers. I got like QR code stickers, and the Venetian ended up coming after me for whatever they call graffiti for it, but like it was serious. Like, I guess I put it on the elevator. I was putting it everywhere. So like I'm putting it in the elevators, and I guess they tried to take it off and it messed up the brass or something. Yeah. So I guess they had me on camera all weekend passing out flyers, and it was like
you was hustling, you was grinding.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we was I see people do that a lot. Like not now, I don't really pay attention to it now, but back then, when I went to Vegas, I would see people passing out flyers, and I used to always want to do that stuff work. Like, does it work?
I would say it depends on what your goal is. Like, for me, I think if I'm there for 4 hours and I can get 10 people out of all the hundreds that are walking by to take a flyer and actually go listen, that could be 10 new fans in one day. So for me, like, that's a personal connection, because it's like, oh, he gave me this, and then I actually like his music. It's not like, and that's been a big theme, and right now, me and the homies have been talking, and just where life has been, like, I think people have been too focused on the phone and too focused on, like, there's been a lack of community and lack of connection, and I think I think we're seeing that now, and it's coming back. But those are side effects of the pandemic too, I feel like. So it took some years for people to get back to that. But yeah, even for myself, like, I depend on an algorithm, dog. Like a scroll of a thumb. Like, if I send somebody my music, they can just and scroll. Their attention span short. But if I'm in person, I'm like, yo, take this flyer, whatever. You may not, but at least I did. I feel like I did more than just sending it to you online type shit.
Before you got here, me and Ethan, we was over here talking about like views, right? Like right now the channel might not be getting all the views that we want. However, no work goes without being seen eventually. Right. Like I always say, I use basketball as an analogy. Like I started really taking basketball serious around like 14 years old. I probably didn't become a consistent player until high school. Not high school, I'm sorry. Until college, my first year of college. And when I got to that space, I didn't really care about all the 4 or 5 years, because the people who needed to see me, they were seeing me at that time. Do you ever feel like that? Like, I went from passing out flyers and it was all worth it because I'm in this space right now.
I would say yeah. But like that's where I'm at again. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we go through phases. So especially like you'll have ups and then, you know, your ebbs and flows. So like right now it's been like a struggle because it's like been different situations as far as like doing certain things. So for me, I'm like I need to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go to Vegas next weekend and just do the same shit. Just for me, to build it just as a confidence builder. So for me,
Right.
I kind of need that little confidence builder.
Yeah.
And then two, like, yeah, I mean, I feel like for me it's worth it, dog. Just because it's like this social media shit to me is bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Why you
Like,
say that?
cause man, it's like once they implemented the algorithm. Like, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's more profit revenue because people got to pay to get their shit seen. But then for us, it's like
Yeah.
we can't even get our own followers to see our shit without like boosting our post. And then it's like the is
Did the
that?
boost posting work though? Like I
Oh,
boosted some posts and I do get views, but I don't
yeah.
know how like
The
the
translation,
engaging how
yeah.
much it helps people engage. Like yeah,
Right.
I've gotten, you know, some you know, you get comments and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when it's built organic, I say built organically, but you know,
Yeah.
like when people start to latch on to it and latch on to your personality, I feel like you
Yeah.
get more out of that versus the boost.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I think that's true too. You know, I feel like some of the other homies have been having to figure out with their podcast too, of like spreading the views and the words. And I think like with YouTube, I say YouTube ads work, you know, so they started going live with some of their shit, or they'll do it on YouTube. But then what you can do with YouTube is like the same targeted ads you can do on Instagram, but YouTube, it works, like, cause it's like a real Google Ads account, like it's a real, you know, marketing tool. So it's like, so for instance, I put like $200 into a video. It got like 24,000 views and it upped the streams on it. You know what I'm saying? In the countries that I picked too, I did everything outside. I did like LA, and then I did like where my other streamings at is like France and different places, South Africa and all these different things. So I
You
like
got a fan
targeted
base
it there.
in those areas?
Yeah, that was
Nice.
from Chasing Dreams, bro. Like in the Swagger show, cause that South Africa and France have been like my biggest streamings outside of LA, bro, which is insane to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I guess that Swagger's big in Africa. I didn't know that's huge. So it's like, and that's why like even to this day I'm getting like 3,000 streams a day. Like, and that's not me paying for any. That's just like, so that's like my first kind of taste of like, oh, this is, if I just get a platform, this is what it could do. So
you gotta do some features with some African artists, bro. Some people from
that shit would be hard.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. That's
Yeah.
all that. Cause that's what you really. That's how I usually do it. Like I look at like who's viewed or who's seen it,
Right.
and then you gotta try to connect with those people.
Yeah, it's easier said than done, but I've been doing that. I've been trying to get to France too, so like I got a homie who lives in France trying to set some plays up, so expand the fan base out there and like just go out there. You know, I haven't been out the city much, so it's like I need to go do that.
Do you ever feel like because you say you're gonna go back to Vegas? Do you ever feel like, man, damn, why am I going back doing this shit? Like, or you don't really think about it as much? You just get the shit done. Because I think that's important for everybody. Like I think we all once because you got some breaks in there. You know what I mean? You got some pretty decent breaks with Swagger and everything else, right? But we think like once we get that break, it's up now. But sometimes you gotta go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I look at it like we gonna relate it to basketball. So that's the same thing I tell the kids I be training. I'm like, yo, like Steph Curry's a millionaire, 4-time whatever it is, champion, MVP, all of that. He still does the same 2-ball handling drills he did when he was a rookie. Like he still does, all these dudes do. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I relate that to like sometimes you just gotta keep what has worked. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep that. So for me, it's like doing that, it works. You know what I'm saying? Because then I know I have a look like too, so I can like, oh, who are you? Like, oh, here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nice to meet you. So yeah, you have those natural thoughts like, man, I still gotta do this shit. Like I think about it every day. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, shit, yeah, you gotta do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is what you really want, like then you gotta do whatever you gotta do to do it. And me relying on the algorithm at the moment is just not flying. So it's like doing shit like that to me feels fulfilling. It's like, all right.
The good thing about it is that it all turns around though. You know what I mean? Like we said originally, the work is not gonna go unseen. 100%. Eventually, when you get to where you're going though, you'll see like all the people who find out about you next month, next year, they're gonna go back and stream all that shit.
100%. That's why you gotta keep putting shit out.
So we had this clip, right?
You broke. $1 million is not enough. $1 million is not enough. If you broke, stop saying, if I had $1 million, I'd be good for the rest of my life. No, you won't. If you broke, you got $1 million shit you gotta buy right now. You got $1 million worth of shit you gotta buy right now. You need a house, car. Most of y'all bad spending money, gonna spend money at the mall. You gonna go to celebrate. You got $1 million. By the time you do all that shit, you gonna be broke again. So stop saying if I had $1 million. It ain't about a number. It's about being a hard worker every day and grinding every day and keep going and keep going. It's a lifestyle. It's not a destination.
So what do you think? Is $1 million still like a money that is life changing?
I feel like it's. Uncle's right, man. $1 million ain't enough, man. That's just not. Cause you gotta. Yeah, I feel like $1 million ain't close to it.
I agree. I definitely agree for where he's at, like how he's looking at it.
Yeah.
Because he's looking at it like if you have $1 million, you coming from flat broke. $1 million a year is $84,000 a month, right? You gonna find 84,000 reasons to spend it. You know what I mean? If you make even if you made $1 million. Like, if you made $1 million in 1 year, you got to still keep that hustle mentality to continue to make more millions.
Yeah.
If you say, like, all right, well, cool, I ain't going, somebody gave me $1 million, I won $1 million this year.
Yeah.
This can last my whole lifetime. It's not lifetime money, though. Because
you're
going to have to, I don't care what nobody say. At some point, you going, dang, I got $1 million. I could have another kid.
That shit, that shit gonna go down the drain, bro. Man. That shit.
You gonna be like, damn, I could buy that Lambo cash.
Man, I would at least try to flip half of that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Save $250 and then the other $250 just pay for everything I owe, nigga, and I'm right back where I started.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Everyone always says it too.
Yeah.
Like, I'ma flip it, bro. What if you that money up trying to flip it? Now you definitely back in the same spot.
There's some safe flips.
What's a safe flip?
I wouldn't chance 500,000 on like one flip. Like, I'm talking about one of these flips is gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm lucky. My uncle is like a financial like guru type.
See, that's the thing.
Once I get money, I'm gonna know exactly where to put it. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of motherfuckers, a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
People always like, yo, if I get the money, I'm gonna get houses.
Yeah, nah.
And the thing about it is, when people kill me when they talk like that, is that some of these people live in places where all you gotta do is put $5,000-$10,000 down and you can go get a house. If you ain't doing that now, you ain't gonna want to do that when you get that money neither. Because you can save that money right now and start flipping and
I'm
get
going
into
on vacation.
They definitely gonna go on vacation.
Damn.
So $1 million ain't.
Not in LA. That shit, you can't buy nothing with $1 million in LA. You buy you a.
That's like, first off, you getting
a nice apartment.
condo or something out here.
Shit, the Cumulus apartments, you couldn't do that with $1 million, bro. It's like, yeah, that's crazy.
So you grinding right now, you as an artist, but obviously you want to make some paper.
100%.
What you gonna do when you get that first big check? This is the pocket watch. We pocket watching right now. What's the first thing you gonna do when you get that check?
Shit, it depends on what the check is. Like you said, if it was $1 million, like.
No, we gonna up it up. We gonna give you 10. We gonna give you 10 million. 10 million.
Shit, I'd have to breathe first and like sit down. Yeah, 10 million, bro. I'm honestly, I'm getting a crib, make sure my family's good. I don't have, take care of my grandmother. I'll probably honestly get a crib where they can move in on the same property as me. But I'm saving at least like 3 to 4 of that. Like, I'm just tucking that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
mixed in with the.
You about to up 70% of it? 60?
No, I'm not even gonna the other shit up. The other shit is gonna be like 4 to save, right? And then two. If I could flip 2 to probably 15 with my uncle, like, doing what he does.
At least you know, like, see, I like that. At least you know, like, look, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this money. I got
I'm not too confident in like, I'm about to.
I respect that.
Yeah,
You get people on social media and they all of a sudden they become gurus of investment. They become financial advisors
Man,
on
niggas get online
Instagram.
and turn into everything, man. Like,
Shit, we gonna get into basketball, bro, because you a hooper, man.
yes, sir.
You a hooper.
Yeah.
Even in that song you talked about in Authentic, that song Authentic, you talked about how you played against basketball players, like against pros, and you was giving them work.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? I mean, you worked out with pros before. Who has the best like work ethic that you saw?
Oh, Shay,
Shay?
Spencer, Tyreek Evans.
I heard that name in a minute.
Orlando Robinson. Yuta. Honestly, bro, if I'm gonna keep it a buck, all the pros I've been around pretty much take their shit serious. Like there's some that party more than others, but at the end of the day, them niggas still find a way to get in the gym.
Who stands out more? And as far as the workout, and what do they do like in their workout? Like what stands out to you? Like my last guest, DJ Mel, shout out to DJ Mel. He talked about LeBron. LeBron used to watch videos of all post moves from everyone from the 90s and stuff before he worked out. Did anyone have something like cool, like, man, this dude shot 1,000 form shots before he started?
I had this game that I started with Yuta. It was a shooting game because I did it when I was younger, but he upped the shit. So what you do is it's like you have a clock, but you're trying to challenge yourself. So you got like 2 minutes. You got to make 5 in a row in one spot to move on to the next. But the thing is, if you miss 2 shots in a row, you got to go back a spot, and you got to get all the way around the horn and all the way back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah, I only did like 1, 2. That was a norm. Everybody in the gym was like, cool, 1, 2. We started ending workouts with that drill. Everybody was with it. Yuta was like, I'm about to get to 5. And mind you, it sounds like a low number and shit, but 5 in a row, and his time was like maybe 2:05. That shit's incredible. To watch that shit and see that shit is kind of crazy,
Shout out to Yuta, bro. We gotta definitely try to get Yuta on the show, man. Talk about that.
Spencer and Shay though, they're I think interesting because, especially Spencer, because he focuses on the science aspect of the body, and so he's like altered his body to be like one of the top 5. It's honestly some crazy statistic like how his body's built, but like just the science behind the work that they put in. You know what I'm saying? Because the core stuff is mainly skills and super detailed, but when you see then the work they put into the body and the agility and the small tendons I'm like, oh, this shit is. It's like to me it's because I'm super detailed and analytical. So for me, it's like that shit is crazy. The science that goes behind the recovery, the science so like knowing what they do, like and knowing them and what we talk, I'm like, yeah, nah, y'all are. I mean, it's money, but y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Like they got machines that can heal you. Like I forget shit called I think it's the Helo machine. It's like $5,000. Yeah, that shit blows my mind, bro. Cause like I believe in frequencies and meditating in them and the power of like with frequencies and like that shit is like, oh, that was the answer. Like it could really heal you type shit. So
that's the pros for you. Have you ever been cooked? Like we was talking about this. I was talking about how this dude Marcus Thornton, he told me on a different level. You ever been like cooked, crossed, like dunked on?
Dunked on, nah, cause I'm not really jumping, so I stay out the paint. Crossed though,
like cooked, like no, when I say cooked, I mean like, damn, bro, this
Parker Cartwright, that's my dog. Parker.
Shout out to Parker.
Parker, bro. I remember because I always looked up to Parker in basketball because he's a couple years older than me. So there was one game we played him. I got to play him in like a pre-summer league, the summer games. Man, that came out the game, scored like 14 on me straight to start the game off. I'm like, yeah, I got cooked. Like that was me getting cooked. And then this dude named Trey Jefferson from Milwaukee.
I think you'd have to say that the two This guy's got a lot of talent. Jefferson hangs and hits. Wow, a good night overall. There's that spin move I told you about. Shooting started to really get better. Yeah, no question. I mean, well, he puts a lot of time in the gym.
I didn't end up. It wasn't too bad, but like he definitely.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Nah, Milwaukee. No, just Milwaukee in general. He you remember Kill Carr? Dude, he was one of them, like super cold in high school, and then just like didn't take it further than that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he was super cold. And then I didn't get personally cooked, but Marcus Levette and Tyler Dorsey then gave my teams that I've been on like 50. So, but I didn't get to.
At least you're honest, man.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Some people ain't.
People grow up and turn delusional, like, cause there's a lot of people I've busted their ass, and you talk to them today, and it's like that's never happened. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and you got
basketball is a lot of pride.
It's a lot of pride, but I'm like, but that's why I got a lot of respect, cause I really used to like bust, cause I wasn't involved in, like, I didn't go to parties in high school. I wasn't like on shit, but everybody would come to the gym at least once cause of my dad type. So everybody knew like, oh yeah, Kahlil's just locked in, like. So playing me, I'm like, yeah, I got highlights of me busting everybody in the city's ass at some point. You know what I mean? Like, so that's.
We got this other clip for you. Let's play the clip. You number 24. Dude, fat. What you doing? What's the next step for that?
Shit, I don't even know. I wouldn't have ended up there in the first place. I wouldn't have known.
You gotta imagine, bro. It's the end of the game, and y'all need to stop.
I could give less. If I see, I know who that is too. I know people who and how they play. So if I see him coming down the lane, there's not shit I'm gonna do anyways, unless I like foul him like a. But like
that's a good.
I've never been that type of, because I've been hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, if you about to raise up, I have no chance of blocking you. Let me not risk you up. You know what I mean? Like
no charge,
we lost.
Man. You could have missed the charge. The
charge 24. Right, run that back one more time, bro. If you don't mind. Let me see how 24 set it up. Because he was a help defender. 12 is an ass for that.
Oh man, you should have.
24 didn't even have a chance. He just stood there. See, I would have just moved. Like, one more time, please, bro. Like, is there a way to slow-mo this shit? Because, look, bro, my man's just standing there like an idiot, bro. Look. What did you think you were doing, bro? Look, and then you gonna fall. Dumbass. I don't know what he thought he was doing, bro.
Nah.
He must be a football player. He don't look like he got basketball acumen.
You're right, because if basketball players basketball players know it's over.
Yeah.
You got it.
One more time, bro. Yeah. Look, that's not basketball acumen right there. Number 23, that's basketball acumen. He ran across, tried to block it with the other hand. He just stood there like, oh shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you just got to be ready to take the ball out and try to get the ball up the court while they celebrate.
Yeah, that's an M1, bro. You got to sit in that.
Yeah, we had to get your reaction on that. We always try to find this clip.
Nah.
Oh, wait, because the thing is, the goal is to talk about, like, when things happen.
Yeah.
And keep an elite mindset.
Yeah.
What you going to do in certain situations when it don't work in your favor. But, I mean, you got the best one. Like, that's it. Don't do nothing, man. Nobody was in a position to take a charge. Nobody was in a position to take a charge. So my mindset would have been, I gotta get this ball out. Nobody foul. Hopefully nobody foul when we get the ball on the court. So
I know that type of player, bro. He gets dunked on often. He ends up on highlights often, probably.
Yeah, just jumping out of nowhere. Yeah, you're right too. He do look like a football player, like somebody after the football season. He come on in the second half of the season for the basketball. And he the foul dummy.
He like the teammate that you making fun of.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, are you a Lakers fan?
Of course.
So how you feel about the Celtics getting one more banner than you?
Hey man, I'm actually happy for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Yeah, man, I think they deserve the ring.
But they definitely deserve it. I mean, they've been close for the last like 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, they've been in it too. That's another thing too. That's why I'm like, I don't know why Jason Tatum gets the hate. I mean, probably because of the Kobe shit, but like still, I don't know. It's not necessary because.
You said they get. How you feel about the Lakers' new coach, JJ Redick? Do you think do you think that was a good idea, or do you think like somebody else deserved it? I didn't know people throwing out Mark Jackson. You throwing out Monty Williams just got fired from the Pistons.
Yeah, ain't shit you can do while Braun here, bro. Braun's organization. Hey, so I gave up hope 2 years ago. After the first championship, I'm like, yeah, I think Bron done. He ready to settle down. He just gonna ruin our organization for the tail end of his career, and we gonna get ready for a rebuild when he done. So that's
I ain't gonna say ruin. I ain't gonna say. So let me ask you. So he won a championship for y'all, or do you not count that as a championship? A lot of people don't count that as a championship.
I'm gonna sound like I've grown up, man. I used to be a Bron hater, man, but like I've grown up and I appreciate the greatness, So I appreciate the championship, I have my own thoughts about.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
Yeah, just I don't know, man. I'm a Kobe guy, so I don't know. You have your preconceived like things on why I don't think LeBron is in certain conversations. But then for me, like LeBron is top 2, of all time. Like I put whether it's him or Kobe is debatable. You know what I mean? Like I can't argue that you top scorer in NBA history. Like, but when I say ruin, I don't mean like but it's just like reality is he got like 2 more years left. They're gonna keep trying, but Bron is not like the predominant guy anymore because you don't want to depend on a dude in his 22nd year in the league. To be your main source of scoring. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would you want to put that toll on your body? So, I think the assistant coach hires will be important because they're going to be over J.J. Redick probably at some point. I don't see that being like a... That's what I mean with LeBron. Like, bro, you did the whole podcast and all that shit. It's just like Hollywood, It's a new era. Like, I'm used to the Kobe era. This is like the social media. I really compare Bron to Drake and, like, Kendrick to Kobe.
So who's Kendrick? Which one is Kendrick?
Kendrick and Kobe are more relatable to me, and then Drake and LeBron are similar to me. Like as far as like careers go, like Drake commercially biggest artist of all time, Bron low key like commercially the biggest.
But I think that's just the time and age though. Like I don't think that like all right, Kobe came out he was in the league in '96. Yeah, he didn't have social media.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a different era, so I'm not used to the like. Because basketball, you gotta admit, over the last 20 years, even normal basketball has intermingled with social media, and it's changed like the game. You know what I mean? Like, and I get things evolve. I'm all a part of evolution, but like the way it's evolving to me is like not in a healthy manner. Like the way the game is being, like the way these kids are in the gym, the parent, like all this shit is just like the league is. It's very, and now it's more out in the open because it is a business. Like it's an entertainment. That's the main shit. It's entertainment. So like I think LeBron has mastered that aspect of it, on a real like level. Like that's why I respect it. Like he mastered legacy. You know what I mean? He has damn near no tarnishes on his legacy. Like he can chip at it now. You know what I'm saying? With all the shit that is going on at the tail end. But like
we was just talking about that before you got in here. We was talking about Bron got a $99 million contract with Nike before he played. Exceeded expectations. Like it or not, I'm counting the bubble ring. He had 4 rings, no blemishes, like you said, and he put his friends on. Like you ain't see that from any other athlete, like where they homie became an agent.
Right.
This dude became this.
Right.
And then like you said, he changed the game, like far as how we look at athletes now. Yeah. Right. Like that whole. When the reporter said shut up and dribble, I'm more than an athlete, and he started all these businesses. Right. I'm pretty sure there's athletes that had a lot of business before this era, but he helped us see that basketball players can do more than just dribble. So I think it's bigger than the game. I think it's bigger than that. I think it's bigger than winning. I think.
Yeah.
But where the world is going is where it's going. Like you just got to figure out which side you want to be on. Like you can be the person. Oh man, I miss when kids used to do this, but that's not their era. Yeah. Just like when your dad, he probably got a different approach or outlook on how you should do things, but you ain't in that era. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And that's how, and that's why I think like where the world struggles at, because everyone's trying to get everyone to see one point of view, but all from different spaces, ages. That's what social media is, though. That's what keeps social media going up and down, or keeping it up, because you got a 20-year-old arguing with a 40-year-old, and it's just 2 different perspectives. But I do understand that, it's good too. Like kids get NIL deals at young ages, and you probably never make it to the league, but your family gets some money at some capacity along the journey.
100%. I agree. I think. That's what I'm saying. Like he is the biggest athlete Damn near of all time, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Aside from Michael, because Michael was like the first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If we're talking about basketball, then you have Kobe was the second coming of Michael. But then when it comes to, like you said, everything, the scope of everything, like Bron, that's why I compare him to Drake, because no matter what, Drake will be the biggest artist ever. You know what I'm saying? Of damn
I
near all
wouldn't say
time.
ever,
Like,
but you know.
no, I'm not talking about the best. I'm saying he surpassed the Beatles. They're damn near the biggest, unless he gets Elvis or I don't know. He might have passed Elvis already, but like commercially, I'm going commercially. I'm not going off my like opinion. Like commercially, Drake is the biggest artist ever when it comes to like how he controls the finances of how the industry moves. Like if he went independent, the music industry would be done for. Because he has so many ties in everybody's music because all these companies are damn near owned by one.
Right.
Drake's up here.
True.
With the business side. So that's what I'm saying. Bron is up here with the business. There's no...
That's very true. I see how you see it.
You feel me?
I'm thinking of like when you say like biggest artist.
Yeah.
As a Jay-Z fan.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I get
you know
that.
what I mean? I'm like, hold up, bro.
That.
You know, because he changed the game.
He did.
Like, he made it. He one of the only artists, as far as clothing, made it cool to wear his clothes.
100%.
Came to business, made it cool to be a rapper and a businessman. But I understand but again though, that's what social media does. I'm older than you. Drake era, I grew up on HOF.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it, but I think that's where we at in life though. That's where the times has changed, and for that time, like Drake is your guy. Like you said, Kobe is number one or number two between LeBron.
Yeah.
People my age gonna say Jordan first.
Jordan is always gonna be one, but
I understand why you wouldn't say Jordan because that's not your era.
I didn't grow up with Jordan.
Yeah, you didn't grow up seeing the evolution of Jordan.
Right.
Like Jordan is still my era, but when Jordan was drafted, I was just being born. I didn't see Jordan in high school.
That's how it was with me and Kobe. I was born in '96. He got in the league, and he kind of grew up.
Yeah, but see, I saw LeBron in high school. Yeah. I saw Kobe in high school. Yeah. And I seen them go from who they were then to the end of the stuff. Top 5 players in LA of all time for you.
Oh, shit. Drew Holiday's, and this is not in any order, but Drew Holiday solidified that. Damn, so much talent out of LA, man.
I love LA. Skill set.
Top 5.
You got Brandon Jennings. You got Baron
That's
Davis.
what I'm saying. I'm like going through my head. It's not enough. I'm gonna put Baron in there for sure. I mean, do we include James Harden and Russ? Like, I mean, you gotta say.
You gotta say Russ. I like.
You gotta say Russ. You got to me. James is still, no matter what, he had a period where he was like one of the best scorers of all time. You know what I'm saying?
In fact, I think that. He's definitely top in the 2000 teens.
Yeah,
like that top guard. You know what I mean? From 2013 2015 to 2020 something. 20.
Yeah, you got Baron, Brandon, Drew,
DeMar DeRozan in there, right?
Yeah, you got DeMar. I wouldn't say I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's almost disrespectful to not include all these guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be, I mean, now are we talking all career accolades or like high school and college too?
Speaking of, I mean,
you want to go high school?
I'm going high school.
You want to go high school?
Because I think that's they heydays.
Okay.
Like, you know, I think that's like Baron Davis, one of my favorite point guards of all time.
Baron for sure was a
But
killer.
you know, like he got hit with that injury bug in the league, so you ain't really get to see that greatness as much as we wanted to.
If we go in high school,
Crossroads, you know,
we go in high school and not later in life. Shit, so you still put Drew. Drew are one of the coldest mixtapes of all time. I say Drew, Stanley Johnson, because Stanley won like 4 chips in 4 years. You got, I mean, I might include, this is my dog too. Larry Drew was a killer in high school. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Levette. I mean, I played with Aaron. Aaron was a monster in high school too. But yeah, I still say Brandon too. Oh, OJ. Was OJ? No, OJ's not from out here. I'm tweaking. Yeah. Who am I missing?
Do you think Drew Holiday a Hall of Famer? Got 2 championships, career average 16 points.
I feel like there's people in the Hall of Fame that have done less than he has.
That's very true. That's very true. So, is he?
I think I'm biased from LA when I'm like, am I tweaking if I say yeah?
Nah, I agree with you. Tony Parker is a Hall of Famer. I think.
Yeah, but Tony Parker got what, 4?
But see, here's my thing. Anyone outside of Tim Duncan and like Kawhi Leonard, but you put like guys like Ginobili, Parker, great talents, but are they great outside of the Spurs system?
When it comes to hoop hypotheticals, it'd be hard.
So that's why I don't really care about the rings, because it's like Drew Holiday did it with 2 different teams as a starting point guard.
I think I'll say this, it could be debatable for people right now. If Drew gets 1 more, definitely.
1 more. So
I'm not saying that's my barometer.
Is Russell Westbrook a Hall of Famer?
Definitely. Didn't Russ make top 75, or am I tripping?
He top 75.
Yeah, but Russ is definitely Hall of Famer.
But you know what it is? He's a Hall of Famer because of the triple-double years.
100%.
Without them, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. And yeah, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer without them, bro. No, he's not. Like, I love Russell Westbrook, but I don't think he's a Hall of Famer outside of the triple-double. Like if he didn't have them triple-double seasons, you think he's a Hall of Famer?
He had them though.
No, I know he did. That's why I give it to him. But you know what I'm tired of seeing.
That's like saying if Kobe didn't score a lot, would he be Kobe? Like,
nah,
it's real.
Here's my thing. But if Kobe didn't score a lot and won them championships, he'd still be Kobe to me. Kobe could have still been a Hall of Fame without the 81 points. He would have still been a Hall of Fame.
81 was just like icing on the cake for Kobe.
There was times I remember he played against Dallas. He scored 60 in three quarters.
And it feels like you can't play in the fourth.
And I think he still would have been a Hall of Famer without them days. I think if Kobe would have averaged 24 points on average his career, I think he would have still been a Hall of Famer. Here's what I want us to get away from as a sports society.
Yeah.
A basketball society. Is the good players being good and having good teams and not winning championships. Westbrook had some good teams. He had good players on his teams. They went to the finals. Even though he was young, I give him that he was young.
Yeah, he went to the finals early. Mm-hmm. Russ, he's been impactful on every team he's been on. And you're right though. That's not fair to be like Hall of Famer. I'm trying to figure. I would say, triple-double seasons. Just who he is as a player, bro. Like him and KD, it wasn't just KD, you know what I mean? Like Russ definitely. And then after 100%. KD left, Russ got MVP on his own, you know what I mean?
I agree.
That's almost like if Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer, then Russell Westbrook for sure is a Hall of Famer.
Nobody said. You think Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer?
He's not?
No.
Well, you're right. Yeah, he could have been.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about just that one
exactly
year.
that. Like no disrespect to Derrick Rose. Shout out to Derrick Rose, bro. I love you, man. Don't.
Man, Russ is a Hall of Famer. I was trying to calculate and correlate.
Dog,
bro.
But you talking Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is he's part of Anthony Hardaway's. What could have been Grant Hill. What could have been Brandon Roy.
Is Grant Hill not a Hall of Famer?
He's a Hall of Famer. He might be in a Hall of Fame, but I just think they need new prerequisites to be a Hall of Famer. Like
they need new everything, bro. The way MVPs go, all of that shit. It's in the hands of biased writers, bro.
You know what it is, though? Knowledge. Here's what's getting people Hall of Famers. They're getting the Hall of Fame stamp.
Yeah.
Is if you're the first athlete to do something, like Grant Hill was one of the first 6'8" handle Anthony Hardaway. Russell Westbrook, first point guard to be explosive and get triple doubles. That's why I think that people getting it.
Yeah, it's just hard to say what if he didn't, because he did. You know what I mean? Like he did do that for multiple seasons.
He's a definitely Hall of Famer. Like I think that's
like if Oscar Robertson is a Hall of Famer. Did Oscar Robertson win a championship? Can you see if he did?
I don't think he.
Because if Oscar Robertson is in the Hall of Fame or Robertson is in the Hall of Fame and he didn't get a chip, Russell Westbrook is for sure in the Hall of Fame.
Russell Westbrook is definitely in the Hall of Fame because of that. But I'm just saying, without that, there's some players like if LeBron won one championship, he's still a Hall of Famer.
He has one ring. Damn. So yeah, still though. I mean, I wish Russ got one. He was close.
Yeah. Well, man, we're gonna wrap it up here, bro. What you got going on, man? Anything we should look out for?
Hell yeah. I got 2 songs dropping on Power again next week.
Dope.
July, I'm about to drop another EP. This shit gonna be turned up though. Like, this is gonna be fun. So I'm excited for it. It's just showing another side of what I can do. That's why I got the serious shit off first. I'm like, let me get this out the way because I'm about to have fun this year. You know what I'm saying? But I still want this to represent, you know, who I am as an artist. So this next EP is definitely just gonna be club shit, get ready with me, shit that the girls be doing, like all that shit.
That's good, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
You figuring it out because that's where it started. That's how you gotta get the ears at first.
Man, it's the most intentional I've been and like the most what's the word, man? The most sure I've been about my music since I've been making music, which is for me is crazy. Like hitting that point of like, oh, I know what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? Like, because you never know what the fuck you're doing, but like. Now I'm like, oh, I know what I want to make, all this shit. Like, I made like 2 songs in the last month, which is very rare for me. I'm like a worker, you know what I'm saying? But it's because I've been so locked in on my time in the studio, it has to be towards this project, you know what I mean? So it's like my first time like really going in on songs for like a lot, you know what I mean? And like really like, no, this shit gotta be that shit, so yeah.
That's what's up. Well, we're gonna definitely look out for it, and when you post it, we reposting support and love, bro, because I want to see it happen, bro. I want to see
vice versa, man.
I want to see what you do with that $10 million check, man.
Man, shit. Definitely going to vacation though, for sure. Like,
you should. Once you get that check, you deserve it.
Yeah, I'm about to, bro. Honestly though, if I get a check like that, I'm definitely gonna be gone for like 6 months, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta keep going.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop. But you get
like,
that money, dog. You could take a 6-month break and just go.
6 months is a.
Look, when I say break, but listen, when I say a break, you don't just go and do nothing. Like, you go out there, you still like, I'm gonna have my studio out where I go. Like, I'm gonna still do what I gotta do, but it's just gonna be in a different country. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna just go experience life.
All right. Yeah,
for 6 months, I go work out. I'm stay on my plan, eat healthy, all of that. But I'm gonna be gone. I'm not gonna be in this city for. I'm gonna be out of here for like 6 months.
I'm glad you added some context to that because my man said I get that money. I'm going half a year.
I'm like, I'm gonna go, and then you clear your mind and you come back home after 6 months. You're like, oh yeah.
You about to be out for a rude awakening because when they give you that check, believe you me, they ain't giving it to you to take a vacation. They giving it to you to work.
I'm gonna work where I go. I might do a different country every month, like 6 countries, 6 months.
And they give you $10 million.
No, think about it. You can do shows in them countries. You can get new fans in those countries. You can make music in different countries.
But you're going to be everywhere. Trust me. You're going to be on guest appearance shows.
Man,
I've
been in LA for 28 years.
You're going to be on sitcoms. They give you that money for the purpose. Like, you're going to be everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
But, bro, I appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah, you too, brother.
Much love, man. That's another interview on Score Society TV. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society.